Hey, what is up guys? Andy here with a YouTube video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can speed up your Windows 10 laptop or PC completely for free. Through the course of this video, I will be showing you 8 different ways you can speed your computer up, and hopefully afterwards you'll notice an exponential increase in the speed of your computer. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so the first step is you want to go on your desktop and you want to go to the Windows bar in the bottom left hand corner. Go ahead and click on that and type in disk cleanup. And it should come up. It comes with Windows 10 and along with all the Windows operating systems. So you want to go ahead and click on it, and once it comes up you want to select your hard drive that you use. Now I use my SSD, so I'm going to use that and select it, but go ahead and click OK. And what it's going to do is it's going to calculate everything on my computer that I just don't need, or things that are just like clogging up my computer that are just unnecessary. It collects all that and tells me what exactly I can delete. So once it's done, it's going to come up with a box here and it's going to say disk cleanup for SSD, and it tells me I have 3.32 gigabytes of space that I can clean up of free space on my SSD. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and select everything that I just don't need. I mean, everything here is not something that it's irrelevant. As you can see here from my recycle bin, I actually have 3.18 gigabytes of stuff on my freaking trash that I just obviously if it's in my trash, I don't need it. And so I'm going to select everything and go ahead, and once I'm just going to click OK and click delete files. It's not going to delete anything you're going to need, it's just going to clean it up. It's temporary file stuff that's just, obviously it's disk cleanup, and if Windows, they don't want to delete stuff that, if you obviously need it and it's important, then they're not going to delete it. So once it's done, it's just going to disappear and you're completely done. It's already cleaned it up. There's nothing else you have to do, and that's it. It was free, easy, simple, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the next step. Now you want to go into your Windows and go ahead and go ahead and click on the Windows thing and type in defrag. And it's going to open up the defragment and optimized drives thing. Now what I use is smart defrag, excuse me. But Windows does come with a defrag option, so you can go ahead and use it. It's just as fine. And you want to select the hard drive that you want to use. Now SSDs don't need to be defragged because they are magnetized and they don't need defragmentation. But your other kind of hard drives, including hybrid and regular hard drives, they need defragged. And if you haven't in a while, then go ahead and do this. Select on your hard drive and go ahead, and you can either click analyze, but I'd rather click on optimize because optimize analyzes and it optimizes it. So it's just 2 for 1. So I just go ahead and click optimize, and what it's going to do here is it's going to go through several passes and it's going to analyze, defrag, and basically go through your entire hard drive. And what defragging does is it recategorizes and organizes all of your files based on their importance. So if you have a video game that you play all the time, it's going to organize those files where they're easily to be able to access, while that video game that you don't play all the time, it's going to put those files somewhere that's going to take a little longer to access. So it just basically organizes all your files in order of use and importance. So if you use something a lot, then it's going to have that where it's organized where you can easily access it a lot faster. So it's pretty useful, and I definitely recommend it using all the time. Mine's already been defragmented on another software, so it didn't take as long. But if yours hasn't been defragged in a long while, then it's probably going to take longer. But once it's done, completed defragging, you're done. Go ahead and go to the change settings, and I recommend you change it where it's weekly, so it does it automatically. Optimize schedule, it does it weekly, and it'll greatly increase your computer speed. Alright, so the next step is power options. Now what you want to do to go to this, we'll go ahead and get there, is you want to go to your control panel. So go ahead and click on the start, type in control, it'll be up at the top, best match, and it'll open up your control panel. If it's in this category like this, you want to go to the view by and go to large icons. And what you want to do is you want to go to the power options, the little battery with the green battery with the black charger. Click on that, and let me go ahead and explain what this is. Basically, most computers, whenever they're it says it's recommended to be on balance. Well, when it's on balanced, it limits the power to your graphics card, your CPU, and your hard drive, which is all essential parts to playing video games and rendering videos. So if you're rendering videos or playing like video games, you do not want it on balance, you want it on high performance. Mine is on Samsung high performance, as it says for my SSD, so it's on high performance as well, but it's just for Samsung. It's just to customize for my SSD. But if you don't have an SSD, you'll see a high performance. It should look something like it'll say show additional plan. Just click on this and click on high performance. It's just going to make the computer run a lot smoother, and it greatly reduces the amount of lag, especially in CSGO. I saw like a 30 FPS increase just to test the difference, and it was a big, substantial increase. So be sure to change that in your power options, because it is a must-have for gaming and for rendering. Make sure it is on high performance. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the power options here. The next thing here is kind of an optional, kind of a diverse thing between what kind of graphic card you have. But if you go to your desktop and you right click, you will see your graphical settings here. Nothing down here. It should, if you're running on Intel integrated, it should something around here, or NVIDIA be around here. But AMD is what I use, so go ahead and click on there. And in here you can basically change your gaming settings, my global gaming settings, and my overdrive right here. See, like I have it overclocked right now. It tells me like my fan speed, manual, all the megahertz it's overclocked, and my graphics, what I have it set to. So if you want to customize what kind of FPS or like what kind of quality you want, and like how smooth you want it to run and all that, you'd be able to change it in these settings right here. But I have this set just for my personal preferences for AMD Radeon settings. So if you have an AMD, then you can go ahead and copy my settings, because I found this the best here. But I'm just going to quickly skim over that one, because it's kind of diverse between the type of graphics card you have. But the next thing we have here is your startup. So what you want to do here, go on your desktop, right click on your time in the bottom right hand corner here, go to Task Manager, and it's going to open up your Task Manager here. Now you want to go to at the top, you'll see Performance, App History. You want to go to Startup, and basically what here is everything that's enabled here is everything that's going to boot up and start running as soon as your Windows is finished booting up. So what you want to do here is you want to disable everything that you do not need as soon as your computer turns on. So what I've done is I've disabled Wondershare Studio, which is video editing, World Tanks Game Updater, Skype. Skype's a big one. That can greatly increase the amount of time it takes for your computer to start up. So if you need Skype as soon as your computer turns on, then enable it. But most people don't, so disable it. Google Installer, iTunes Helper, stuff like that, those are just unnecessary. I don't need those unless I actually open that program. So what I have enabled is my Malware Fighter, something that optimizes my RAM for me, another cleaning software, and then my graphics and my audio, because I need my graphics and my sound, obviously. So those are the 5 things I've enabled, but that's it. Nothing else I really need as soon as my computer turns on. So basically you want to limit everything as minimum as possible on your startup, and you want to categorize it by high to low, or high to low. Everything that's high you probably want to be disabled if you want a faster boot up, because I actually helped a friend who had a 5-minute boot up, and when I finished fixing all the startup and everything, it went down to like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So there's a lot of things that your computer has to go through to start up that you often don't even need unless it's like right on the spot. So be sure to optimize these settings by disabling whatever things you do not need as soon as your computer turns on. And the next thing we have here is kind of a optional thing, but what you want to do is you want to go to your control panel, or you can search it up through the search bar, but we're just going to go through whatever here is, and it should already be on large icons, and you want to go over to System right down here, and on the left hand side you'll see the Advanced System Settings. You want to click on that, and it'll open up the System Properties, and it'll already be on the Advanced, and you'll see the little Performance box here. You want to click on the Settings in there, and it's going to open up the Performance Options box. And basically what you do here is, if you don't care about animations in Windows 10, like all these, like all these things moving here, and like the minimize effect, how it shrunk like that. If you don't like any of that, or you don't really care about any of that, what you want to do is you want to go to Adjust for Best Performance. And what that does is, as you can see, it disables all of those. And what that actually does is it allows a lot more memory for your computer to be able to run on, because the CPU doesn't have to deal with making those animations constantly. It can just deal with whatever you want, and actually it opens up more RAM and more CPU power for your computer for you to be able to do gaming and rendering. So if you don't really care about what Windows 10 looks like, go ahead and disable this and put it to Adjust for Best Performance, because that's the best option for people that are having trouble with some kind of lag in Windows 10. So if you don't really care, go ahead and press Adjust for Best Performance, Apply, and you should be good to go. Now that's pretty much it for that's an optional thing, of course. But the next thing we have here is temporary files. So what you want to do is you want to go on your keyboard, and on the left hand side beside the control button on the right hand, you want to press that little flag and hold it down, then press R. And what this does is it opens up the Run dialog box. and it should look something like this. And what you want to type in is percent, T-E-M-P, percent. What this stands for is temporary, T-E-M-P, and the percent signs on each side are standing for the directory. So percent temp percent, and then go ahead and press OK. And what it's going to do here is open up all the files that are running on your computer that have to be made every time, that are temporary. They can be deleted. You don't need them. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and select all, and then press delete. And what that does is it just deletes all those files. They're unnecessary. You can go ahead and press skip. And on the ones that that can't be deleted, so like for these, whenever you press delete, some of them will do this. It can't be deleted because it's open. Just do this for all current items and click skip. Those are just because those files are actually open in programs, because that's my cleaning software. So everything else can be deleted though, because it's temporary files, and every time your computer turns on, those files regenerate because it's just like temporary files, so they just keep being replaced. So they're unnecessary, you can delete them and it does not harm your computer. But that's pretty much it for the temporary files. And the last thing we have is viruses. Now, I use iObit Malware Fighter 4.4 Pro, and basically you want to run these scans as often as possible. Anytime you download anything, you want to make sure that it is legit and is not some kind of scam. Now this thing, iObit Malware Fighter 4.4, it runs in my background. Anytime my computer is, if I'm AFK or anything, after a certain amount of time, it's going to start scanning in the background to make sure my computer is still safe and everything. But basically it's a really nice one. Engine status, has Bitfender, but Security Guard protects everything about my computer. And my settings, go ahead and go in here. My scan settings, you just want to make sure that you do regular scans on your computer all the time, because it is very important to make your computer not have any kind of spyware or anything like that, because that greatly increases the amount of time your computer, like it slows down your computer so much, and you don't want people spying on you. So it's always good to remove those viruses, because you don't want people taking your information, confidential information. So make sure you do lots of virus scans all the time, scheduled automatically. Now, the last thing I have is actually a website, or actually a program you can download for free, and it's actually part of iObit. So basically go to Google and look up iObit. And basically it's right here, iObit, clean, optimized, speed up, and secure PC. Freeware download. 100% free, it's very nice, it's not a virus, nothing. It's very nice though. And I always use it, like anytime I'm cleaning up my friend's computer, I always use this because it's basically an all-around cleaner. But basically they have several things you can do here. They've got a faster PC, an anti-malware, which is what I have, a driver updater, and a cleaner PC, which is basically removing uninstalling things. What I recommend you download if you want to do this is download Advanced System Care and iObit Malware. Actually install all 4 of them, because these are all making your computer run faster. So once you've downloaded all 4 of them, I've already downloaded all 4 of them. Definitely go check those out. They're very, very essential things, especially for me. But once you've I will leave a link in the description below to this website, so you can go ahead and check it out if you really want to speed your computer up a lot here. So definitely check out those 4 programs. They're very nice. And I'll actually give you a preview. This is actually part of Advanced System Care. It gives me a little performance monitor. I can click on this thing right here to clean up RAM. So I just cleaned up 155.7 megabytes, and you want all the RAM you can get with your computer. But I can also click on scan, and what this does here, let me stop it. Advanced System Care 10 this is everything it does. It'll start up, optimize, registry clean, defrag your registry, all these different kinds of things here that'll actually speed up your computer a lot, and it's all in one. So all you have to do is press scan, and it scans it and cleans it up. And then protect, it has all these different kind of features with it. DNS protection, it makes your computer, it's like an all-around speed up kind of thing. But turbo boost, you can do that. Hardware accelerate, I don't know, it's limitless what this thing can do. Toolbox, it has all these different things you can use to system clean, security and repair, system optimize, and then smart defrag, all those different things I was telling you about earlier. And that's basically system care. Driver booster, let's go ahead and open up driver booster here. What it does is it scans your entire computer, and it looks for every driver that could possibly need an update, and it will scan to make sure that all your drivers are up to date without you have to go manually and check and everything. So what this does is it does it all together scans and sees if you have any kind of driver that needs, all drivers up to date. So I'm going to click back here, and it tells me everything. Like, it checks through all the processors, everything that could possibly need a driver update, and it will install them for you if you have any driver updates. Now, if you haven't done this, then you're definitely going to have a lot of drivers that are going to need updated. So I highly recommend you download this program. You can get the full version if you want to, but Driver Booster 4.1. And the other two, which is the malware I showed you earlier, and then the last one was Uninstaller, which basically is an all-around uninstaller that cleans up all the leftover programs or things you don't use anymore. If you want to get rid of them, it cleans it up for you. So that's basically it for this video, guys. If you like this video, and after watching this video, if you follow through the steps, your computer is actually currently running faster, definitely be sure to leave a thumbs up and leave a like. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'm going to be doing lots of computer videos and lots of how-to tutorial videos. So if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. And one more step, after you've done all these things, be sure to restart your computer, because restarting it will start it all over with the settings you just implemented. So once you've done that, your computer should be good to go. So if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.